Hello, this is Kate from Daily Tarot Girl, and this is your weekly tarot card reading. And for this week's reading, I am using one of my favorite decks. I really like this deck. It's called the Slavic Legends Tarot. And I am joined by my little kitty cat, Merlina. Hey, girl. She's going to help with the reading today by not whining at the door. All right, so this is your weekly tarot card reading, and I'm going to start by drawing 3 cards. My intention, as always, is to get an overview of the week ahead and some of the opportunities, some of the challenges, some of the energies that might be coming up for us. And I want to let you know that I'm going to be live here on my YouTube channel on Tuesday. So Tuesday at 11 a.m., I'm going to be doing a Q&A. And it's kind of like a sort of Ask Me Anything tarot Q&A. So I'll be ready to answer all your burning questions about tarot, whether you're just learning tarot, whether you want to branch out and start reading professionally, or if you have some kind of tarot challenge, something that you struggle with when you read tarot and you want to ask me about it, feel free to show up and ask me all your questions. I love doing these Q&As, so I can't wait. So I'll put the link below on how you can participate, but that's going to be Tuesday at 11 a.m. Okay, so let's begin with the first card. So we have Knight of Swords for the beginning of the week. So this is for like Monday and Tuesday-ish. All right, so Knight of Swords. So Knight of Swords is actually one of the more intense cards in the tarot deck. This knight he's a very intense character. And whenever this card comes up in a reading, and especially here as the beginning, of the week, we have this card, it's really a card of encouragement. It's saying, go for it. Whatever it is you're trying to do this week, whatever your dreams are, whatever task you are working on, whatever project you're working on, whatever challenges you have this week, Knight of Swords is saying, really believe in yourself and go for it. Specifically, you want to focus. So the Knight of Swords is all about focusing your mind on something, tuning out distractions, and really using that power of focus and intention to get something done or to succeed at something. Kind of makes me think of like when there's something I have to get done, it helps to just shut off all distractions and set aside, a specific block of time to just work on that one thing. That's what I think of when I look at the Knight of Swords. It's like, just buckle down and focus on that one thing. The Knight of Swords is really about kind of going after what you want. And it really is saying, your mind and you yourself are very powerful when you're able to focus, when you're able to focus your mind, when you're able to really direct your energy in a specific direction. It's really impressive what you can achieve. So that's what I get with the Knight of Swords at the beginning of the week. So the beginning of the week is actually a good time to work hard at something. It's a good time to, be really focused and directional in where you put your energy. So not just about working hard, but if you're working hard, make sure you know why you're working hard and what you're putting all that hard work into, so that it's not just hard work for the sake of being busy, but it's actually like useful, directed, focused work towards something. All right, let's look at the middle of the week. Oh, the Chariot. So this is another actually very powerful card, the Chariot. And I actually feel like the Knight of Swords and the Chariot really have a similar kind of energy. They're both about kind of driving forward, going after something. They're both cards of success in a lot of ways. But the Chariot is a major arcana card. And it's slightly different from the Knight of Swords. Well, not slightly, it is a different card from the Knight of Swords. But I think that message of, moving forward, getting focused as to what you're trying to do, what you're wanting here, that is really kind of the overarching energy of the week so far. This is a week, I think, where we may have the potential to be very productive and to get a lot done and to really move forward quickly and almost effortlessly. But of course, it's not effortlessly. We are working hard this week, but it might feel like your hard work really pays off and can go a long way. Okay, so let's talk about the Chariot. So the Chariot, okay, so one thing I want to mention, the Chariot is a major arcana card, and in that sense, I feel like it represents our spiritual journey, whereas the Knight of Swords is a minor arcana card, and this represents our physical kind of earthbound journey. And these two are coming together in this reading. So if you're able to sort of marry your spiritual journey or your spiritual side with the physical side and your physical journey, magic can happen. So this is about, another way of putting this is like aligning your head and your heart. If you have an idea in your mind about something you want to manifest or something you want to create, or something you want to happen, if you can bring your heart into that equation, so if you can kind of meld your emotion, your heart, your love in with this vision of what you're wanting to create, that's really going to move you forward in a really powerful way. So that's what I'm getting with these two cards together. One thing I'm noticing with the Chariot though, okay, so Knight of Swords, he's, going in this direction. He knows what he wants. He's going that way. With the Chariot's coming towards us, and the Chariot is pulled by these two birds, the crow and the owl, and the birds are kind of going in different directions and they look almost confused, like they're kind of freaking out. Like if there's something about the Chariot that feels a little bit off, and a bit different from the Knight of Swords. So you may feel like the beginning of the week, you're really motivated, you're moving forward, but midweek, you're no less motivated, but you may start to, there might be some challenges that come up midweek that really require you to dig deep and get in touch with your spiritual side in order to continue to move forward. Okay, let's look at the end of the week. Okay, here we have the Fool. So another major arcana card. And the end of the week, I think of like Friday, Saturday, Sunday-ish. And the Fool is kind of different than these other two cards. The Fool is also about moving forward, but the Fool is about kind of starting a new journey and starting it with this sort of meandering, almost kind of naive, optimistic energy. So if we look at this card, there's this young person and it looks like they're just kind of meandering through the bushes and they're like, ooh, here's a pretty flower, and they're kind of drawn towards it. So the Fool is a card of, being on a journey, going on an adventure, starting down a new path. And there is this energy of newness, of optimism, of discovery. Having trust in life and trusting that you will be guided. And if you just put one foot in front of the other and kind of follow where you feel like you're being led to, things have a way of unfolding and kind of blossoming and working out. But the Fool is a much more laid back kind of card than the Knight of Swords and the Chariot. So we start the week off and the beginning and middle of the week, it feels very goal oriented, very like raw, kind of buckling down, putting your nose to the grindstone, really focusing, getting things done, being productive. But with the Fool, it's kind of the opposite of that. It's like stepping back and letting yourself be kind of led, kind of using your intuition and trust in life to kind of move forward. You're sort of feeling your way forward. it actually feels much more relaxed, much more laid back than the first two cards. So what I get here is there is this sort of mixture this week with being intentional, setting goals, taking action on things. That's another word, action, that I should have been emphasizing when I talk about the Knight of Swords and the Chariot. Both of these cards are about taking action. It's great to have intentions and to set goals, but the Knight of Swords and the Chariot is saying now it's time to take action on those goals and actually do things. But with the Fool, we get to the Fool, and the Fool is reminding us to balance this out. So there's times where it's like, okay, now you got to take action. Now you got to work hard. You got to do things. But the Fool is like saying, yeah, but then after you do that for a little bit, you've got to kind of step back and shift into Fool mode. Now, what do I mean by that? Fool mode. So the Fool kind of lets himself be taken along his path. There's things he's passionate about, things that intrigue him and that he's interested in, but he's very open. He's very kind of like a feather in the wind sort of kind of character. So he's like content to be taken where the winds take him. And he has this kind of innate curiosity and like, oh, I just wonder what would happen if I try this, and I wonder what will happen next. Like, it's like that kind of an attitude. Whereas the Knight of Swords and the Chariot are like, this is my goal, this is what I'm doing. So what am I trying to say with this week? I feel like this is a great week for setting goals, setting intentions, taking action, getting organized, being very intentional, getting focused, tuning out distractions. But don't get too caught up in this the entire week. We got to balance it out with this beautiful, youthful, optimistic, fool-like energy. Because if we're in this mode for too long, we burn out. That mode, Chariot mode, Knight of Swords mode, is not sustainable over a long period of time. These are like quick bursts of energy to get us where we need to go. But then we want to sit back and be in Fool mode and just allow things to unfold, allow ourselves to be inspired. That's what I get with the Fool. It's like this card of inspiration and discovery. If we don't chill out, we aren't able to shift into Fool mode. And when you're in Fool mode, certain things inspire you. You get ideas, your creativity emerges, certain things intrigue you. When you're in this mode, you're all about taking action, you're all about getting focused and getting things done. Both of these modes are important. What I'm getting from this week is that we want to, balance them out. So overall, all of these cards are saying we're moving forward. We're making great strides this week in a lot of ways, even if we don't realize it. So really a fun week, an exciting week. I'm kind of excited to see where this all takes us. So as always, I encourage you to share your own insights and interpretations in the comment section below. So feel free to share how you might see these cards, or if one card in particular is really speaking to you. And if there's one card in particular, is there a particular symbol or something on that card that's really jumping out at you? And feel free to share in the comment section below. So my name is Kate. I'm also known as the Daily Tarot Girl. If you want to learn more about tarot card reading, check out my website, dailytarotgirl.com. I'll put the link below. And don't forget to come hang out with me on Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. Pacific time. I'm going to be live on my YouTube channel answering all your questions that you might have about tarot. So I'll put the link to that as well below this video. So thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful week.